From the AISD Natatorium housed in the Arlington Athletic Center, it's the district swimming meet. And welcome inside, John Nelson along with Megan Howard, 7 schools comprising District 8-6A, the first ever swim district meet housed in this excellent facility. And Megan, outstanding events. We have 24 events today. What are we going to see? What do you look forward to? Because you know a lot of these swimmers.
Well, we're going to get started with the 200 medley relay. These teams have been working really hard all year. It's been a different and difficult year for them, but I'm really looking forward to seeing everybody do their best times, set some school records maybe, and then move on to regionals. We
had some diving results that took place earlier in the week. We'll give you those finals about midway during this. We're going to talk a lot about this Mertha pool. This pool, a lot of the components were built in Italy. They were shipped here. We're going to have some fast times because of the composite makeup of the pool. Our first event is the girls 200-yard medley relay. What different strokes are we going to see, Megan?
So we're going to start off with backstroke, and then we're going to move on to breaststroke and butterfly and freestyle. This is different from the individual medley, which goes butterfly, backstroke, breaststroke, freestyle. And they're off.
The Mansfield team turned in the best qualifying time at a little over 1:45. 7 of the 8 lanes being utilized. Arlington Martin, Mansfield Lake Ridge, Arlington Bowie, and North Crowley.
They're looking good, John.
Mansfield, that team comprised of Elise Cliff, Katie Walker, Gracie Walker, and Natalie Dew. Second best qualifying time turned in by Mansfield Lake Ridge. This natatorium funded by the 2014 Bond Project. There's a 50-meter pool, a movable bulkheads, diving area, and a warm-up pool. One of the best facilities in the state. Arlington High in lane 2, Martin in lane 3, Mansfield in lane 4, Mansfield and Mansfield Lake Ridge right now 1 and 2. Ryan Baruso, Ava Topoleski, Kaylee Holcomb, and Emma Westerholm. The 4 comprising the Lake Ridge squad. It's still 1-2, Martin or Mansfield and Lake Ridge. Lanes 4 and 5. Pretty close at the finish.
Half a second distance between them. They did really well.
The official results will be posted in just a few seconds. Mansfield finishing first, Lake Ridge second, and Arlington Martin third. Marina Homseth, Ruth Hong, Anya Dangelmeyer, and Nakia Sinclair, the swimmers for Arlington Martin. There are the results. Mansfield at 146.54, Lake Ridge at 147.08, and Martin finishing third at 158.81. So they almost equal the qualifying time, Megan, that was turned in earlier in the week. Mansfield, that is.
Martin's was 2 seconds faster than their qualifying time.
Lake Ridge, coached by Blake Kayla. We'll identify some of the coaches as the afternoon progresses. The boys' 200-yard medley relay will take place next. Like the girls, Mansfield, the boys turned in the best qualifying time at 1:42 flat. Other events today, the 200 intermediate, the 50 freestyle. We got butterfly events, breaststrokes, 400 freestyle relay, which encompasses, Megan, I guess about every type of stroke and every event that you would have for a district meet.
Yes, it does. We're going to cover it all.
Here are the participants. On the boys' side, again, 7 of the 8 lanes being utilized. There is seating for 1,200, but this afternoon just limited for the swimmers. So the boys with a final plunge to get warmed up. They had warm-ups this morning at about 8. And the boys' 200-yard medley relay about to take place. North Crowley in lane 1, Arlington lane 2, Martin in lane 3, Mansfield lane 4, Lake Ridge 5, Lamar in lane 6, and Arlington Bowie in lane 7. Ethan Malden, Malachi Farrell, Alex Bro, and Jacob Lewis, the 4 swimmers for Mansfield that turned in the best time. Matthew Gonzalez, Samuel Goins, Kristen Boruso, and Tanner Wirtz, the 4 swimmers for Lake Ridge, who turned in the second best time. Mansfield lane 4, Lake Ridge lane 5, and Lake Ridge right now with a little bit of a lead, maybe a couple of yards. Matthew Gonzalez gives way to Kristen Boruso.
They sure make that butterfly look easy.
One of the harder events. The touch. And our third swimmer. Right now, just under a minute 30. The final turn. And the boys' 200-yard medley relay. As the last swimmer will touch the wall, is finished. Mansfield gives way to Lake Ridge. Lake Ridge by about 4 seconds. Gonzalez, Boruso, Goins, and Wirtz, your 4 swimmers for Lake Ridge in a time of 1:38.72. So they beat their qualifying time, Megan, by a pretty good amount.
Yes, they did.
So the girls' 200-yard medley relay and the boys' 200-yard medley relay have been completed. Next up, after this break, the girls' 200-yard freestyle. Our next event here at the AISD Natatorium is the girls' 200-yard freestyle. There will be 2 heats. North Crowley, Martin, Lake Ridge. The schools in Heat 1. So the first 2 events have been taken by Mansfield and Mansfield Lake Ridge. Mansfield, Lake Ridge, and Martin, 1, 2, 3 in the 200-yard medley relay for the girls. In the boys, it was Lake Ridge, Mansfield, and Martin. Here are the participants in the girls' 200-yard freestyle. And the time to beat is Leila Gomez from Mansfield Lake Ridge. She is a sophomore. A lot of freshman swimmers, Megan, a lot of freshmen and sophomores getting into the swim programs.
Yes, it's quite exciting. I know we're looking forward here to growing our swim program. as well as eventually, hopefully, starting a junior high swim program.
Now, the Arlington Aquatics Club hopefully will start with club swimming when? Do you think maybe February or early spring?
Early spring. February would be ideal, but things have a way of getting away from us.
What is the age group for the swimmers for that?
We'll be taking all ages, starting 5 all the way through high school.
Do you have to be enrolled in the AISD?
No, you don't. Our club is open to everyone.
This facility alleviates a lot of problems. The swimmers no longer have to squeeze in practices at UTA or the Tarrant County Southeast pools. And logistically for the schools, it makes it a lot easier, and also for the parents.
Yeah, it's a nice central location to all of the high schools, and there's enough room for all of the high schools to practice here. It's very nice. It's nice to have everything under one roof.
Are there, if somebody was interested, are there positions open maybe for lifeguards or instructors or coaches for the aquatics club?
Yes, we're working on hiring some lifeguards right now, as well as assistant swim coaches, swim lessons instructors. All of these can be found on the AISD jobs website under the HR.
Very good. So the girls' 200-yard freestyle set to go. Leila Gomez, a sophomore, will be in lane 4. She and Piper Skoma of Martin very close in their qualifying time, just under 2:19. Heat 1. And we are off. Nice turn by everyone. These acrylic wall panels make it a lot easier than the old concrete.
Yes, they're quite slick too, so you got to be careful.
Pool temperature 80 degrees. Just ideal inside.
It's a lovely summer afternoon in here.
Senior for Martin. The early leader in lane 5. That would be Piper Skoma.
They're all quite close still. We don't think we'll see who's going to win it until the last 25.
3 and 5, North Crowley and Martin right now.
I don't think that Leila Gomez is out yet. She's probably holding back until the last 25. Take off like a rocket.
Lane 3, Skylar Rolander of North Crowley, a senior. 1 and 2 with Piper Skoma. Gomez in lane 4.
See, they're right there. They're coming into the wall.
Yep, they're bunched up 1, 2, 3. Gomez right now with just a slight hesitation.
Oh, and they've turned on the speed. They're going to pick it up.
Leila Gomez.
They've switched up the order.
Gomez, a sophomore. This is our third event, our third of 24 in this District 8 6A swim meet.
These longer events, it's all about the pacing. You can't go out too fast, but you can't slow down too much either because you've got girls right on your heels the whole time.
Yeah, they're bunched up still pretty tight. Gomez and Martin. Pretty close between Lake Ridge and Martin, lanes 4 and lane 5. Timers and judges are below us. We're on the upper concourse level, the seating area here at the Natatorium. It looks like Gomez and Piper Skoma 1-2. Is that how you read it, Megan?
That's how I see it. They did a great job.
Gomez at 2:15.85. So the sophomore capturing the girls' 200-yard freestyle.
For the first heat.
In heat 1, we'll have all 8 lanes occupied in heat 2. Lake Ridge, Martin, and North Crowley. 1, 2, 3. After every other event, there's a break, and then the podium awards ceremony takes place across the way. The girls 200-yard freestyle heat 2. And your participants, Kennedy Frick, Kim Chloe, Cliff Elise, or Katie Walker, Emma Westerholm, Elise Cliff, Sarah Stewart, Riley Sklodner, and Ariana McClay. And it was Katie Walker in lane 4. She's a sophomore from Mansfield, turned in the best time in the qualifying at 1:51.35. Eight lanes, they'll all be filled, and we are off in the girls 200-yard freestyle heat number 2. Mansfield with 3 swimmers. Lake Ridge also with 3. Riley Skrabner of Bowie, a senior, representing the Volunteers. Now Lamar does not have a girls swim. They don't have enough for a girls swimming participants, but Megan, the boys do. So that may be the smallest of the 5. Is that right?
I believe so. Lamar, and I'd say Sam is pretty up there, pretty small up there as well. And there are a few girls from Lamar.
Katie Walker and Elise Cliff, 1, 2 right now. Walker in lane 4. Elise Cliff in lane 3. They're both out of Mansfield. A sophomore and a freshman. And Katie Walker widening a little bit of a lead. About 3 or 4 feet. Walker and Clift finishing 1, 2. Katie Walker, Elise Clift. And it looks like Emma Westerholm of Lake Ridge is your 3rd place finisher. That pretty much went according to form as far as the qualifying times. There are your finishers of the 8 swimmers in the girls 200-yard freestyle. There'll be 3 different heats in the boys event coming up shortly. 6 of the 8 lanes will be filled. Pretty good mix. North Crowley, Martin, and Bowie in heat 1. I want to recognize some of the coaches, the information that were given us. Arlington High is coached by Eric Briscoe. Eric Briscoe, very proud of this team. He's proud to fight with them. Swimmers he's proud to know, and a team he's proud to be a part of. Brooke Dolberry is the swim coach at Arlington Bowie. Has been employed in the AISD for 20 years, 12 of which she has been the head swim coach at Bowie. She was also a volleyball, basketball, and track coach at Sam Houston. Brooke Dolberry coaching the Bowie's swim program. They've had 3 state qualifiers in the past. set for heat 1, the boys 200-yard freestyle. John P. White of Martin turned in the best qualifying time at 2:32 flat. White in lane 4. Caleb Wong in lane 5, a junior, had the second best time. White is a freshman. Coach Weideman coaching at Martin. Last year at the region meet, Martin had 8 in multiple events. On their way to a 10th place boys finish and an 11th place finish on the girls side overall. John P. White of Martin. There you see the distance. Easily ahead of his second and third place swimmers that he has to beat. A little over halfway finished in heat 1. John P. White and Caleb Hong right now, 1-2. And the final turn and the push off. And John P. White will touch first. Caleb Hong will hit the wall in second place. And Nathan Romero of North Crowley, there's his touch. He'll finish third. So it's Martin, and North Crowley. 1, 2, 3 in the boys 200-yard freestyle in heat number 1. Oh, that last swimmer, Megan, you've only got about 15 yards to go. You want to finish. I mean, this is a tough event at times, especially those final 50 yards. And there was the final touch of Washington. Arion Washington in lane 7, a junior at North Crowley. So heat 1 has been finished. We await the boys 200 freestyle in heat 2. Arlington, North Crowley, Mansfield, and Martin. Your participants school-wise, Caden Rowland of Mansfield in lane 4. He's a sophomore, had the best qualifying time at a little over 2:05. Samuel Salinas of Arlington turned in the best qualifying time, right behind Rowland. Some of the other coaches we want to recognize: Lake Ridge, coached by Blake Kayla. He's been there for 8 years. Matthew Kalig has been around the swimming world for 17 years. In his first year as the Sam Houston head coach. Heat 2 of 3 in the finals. All 8 lanes will see action. Megan, so far the middle lanes have proved pretty beneficial for all the finishers, especially lanes 4 and lane 5.
Yes, they have. It looks like they're having to step down for a minute. Could be for any number of reasons. It looks like perhaps this time it was a pair of goggles.
You'll see some of the, they call them the masked marshals in the yellow vest. You have plenty of volunteers today, the masked marshals.
It's the best way to get on deck if you can't watch on the live stream.
All right, the boys' heat 2 in the 200-yard freestyle is underway.
They started out strong.
Usually the times are a little faster in the middle heats, and especially the third heats. A lot of those finishing under 2 minutes.
Yes, it looks like we're seated slowest to fastest in our heats.
Roland and Salinas in lanes 4 and lane 5 right now, 1-2, a sophomore and a junior. There's Roland and Salinas. Hits the wall in under a minute, 57. We talked about this pool. A lot of the components were built in Italy and shipped here. There's less water tension, and it really minimizes the turbulence, Megan. It makes the push-offs a little easier. They say it's fast water. If you're a swimmer, you know what that means.
Yes, you would. It makes it a lot easier. You can't see the lack of water tension right now. It's a little ripply in there from all the kids moving. But when the pool is empty, it looks like glass.
It's not galvanized steel anymore. That's certainly the case. Caden Rowland has a lead in lane 4. Shoulder to shoulder with Samuel Salinas. And he will hit first. Salinas will hit second. And lane 3 and lane 6 pretty close. It looked like Israel Sanchez got there first. But Caden Rowland turning in a time of 2:02.91.
3 seconds faster than his seat time.
Salinas in second, and it was Sanchez just ahead of Waller in lane 3, finishing third. So it's Mansfield, Arlington High, and North Crowley, 1, 2, 3. Here are the swimmers in the third heat. You saw them briefly. There they are. Lake Ridge, Mansfield, Lamar, and Sam Houston. As they set to get ready. Lincoln Kopetsky of Sam Houston is the team record holder in the 200 medley, the relay, the 100 fly, 500 free, and the 200 IM. He's the team captain. And Sam Houston very proud of Lincoln Kopetsky, a senior.
Heat 3, Mr. Referee.
He's a 4-year swimmer for the Texans. So heat 3 of the boys 200-yard freestyle. Just about set to go. Time to beat. Jacob De Langerheim, a senior from Mansfield. Turned in a time of just under a minute 41. He and Hansi of Arlington, the two quickest swimmers. We should see a time of well under 2 minutes. I say well under, maybe 8 or 9 seconds, but Those are fast times, a minute 40 in the qualifying. Jabran B. Himsay of Arlington in lane 5. Kopetsky in lane 8 for Sam Houston. And again, the middle lanes are the faster ones in the 5 events we've seen so far. Lanes 3, 4, and 5. Mansfield and Arlington Lamar, 1-2. Dempsey of Lamar right now with a little bit of a lead.
Certainly an exciting race, watching them neck and neck the whole way.
Well under 2. Lane 5, it's going to be Lamar. 1. Mansfield. 2. And a close finish for 3rd in lanes 3 and lane 6. Lamar, Mansfield, and it was in lane 6, finishing 3rd, Jaden Atkins of Lake Ridge. And there are the 7 swimmers representing North Crowley: Martin, Mansfield, Bowie, and again Martin. Girls 200-yard intermediate. Time to beat: Maria Badilla of Arlington Bowie at a time of 2:32.47. She'll be in lane 4. Event 5 of the district swim meet underway. The first of 2 heats. Maria is a senior at Bowie. A 4-year swimmer, has a GPA of 4.0. Lady Volunteers return all members of the relay squad. Michelle Mayhew is the returning district champion in the 50 freestyle. Maria trying to hold off her competitor in lane 5, Mariah Pena of Martin. And the final turn by Maria, senior from Bowie. Right now, Bowie and Martin, 1-2. Maria Badilla, senior. Mariah Pena will finish second. It is Bowie, Martin, and in lane 3, Mansfield. Meeks will finish third as she hits the wall, the junior. First of 2 heats in the girls' 200-yard intermediate. And the times, Medea, Pena, and Meeks. 1, 2, and 3. Got one finisher left. That's Frida Gonzalez of North Crowley. And she will finish. And the 7 swimmers are done here in Heat 1 of the 200-yard IM. Here are the 8 swimmers in Heat 2. Gracie Walker of Mansfield, a sophomore there in lane 4, turned in a time of a little over 2:04. Had the best qualifying time. Mansfield, Arlington, and Lake Ridge, the 3 schools. After that, we'll have the boys' 200-yard intermediate, 2 heats. Also, Megan, the boards are easier to push off of than they have been in the past. Here's the other swimmers warming up between the bulkheads.
As well as down in the dive well. We had the district's diving competition here on Wednesday. Went very well.
By the way, the depth here that you're watching, a little under 6 feet 7 inches. So it doesn't look deep if you're watching, but it is. A little over 6.5 feet. Haley Holcomb of Lake Ridge right now with a brief lead in lane 5. She and Walker right now 1-2. Lake Ridge and Mansfield also with a great number of swimmers in both programs. There's the backstroke. It's Walker in lane 4. And her push off. Kaylee Holcomb right beside her, the breaststroke in lane 5. They hit it at a little under 117. The sophomore Gracie Walker right now in the lead. Haley Holcomb in lane 5 in second place. And an all-out war for third.
This last 50 will determine who gets third. You can see the girls in lane 6 and 7 are really trying, but Dangelmeyer in lane 3 also going for it.
Walker with a great push off in lane 4. Holcomb will finish second. And in lane 3, it looks like Deanna Dangelmeyer, and she will finish third. Dangelmeyer swimming for the Arlington Colts. She's a freshman. There's Anya and Gianna. And Gianna finishing third, our second heat in the girls' 200-yard intermediate.
Now for the boys.
2 heats. In this first heat, a sophomore Derek De La Rosa of Mansfield turned in the best qualifying time. North Crowley also there. Lake Ridge and Martin. This pool, the Mertha, I think 70 countries use this Olympic style pool. 300, a little over 300 are installed every year across the country. It's the choice of the swimming federations around the world, this Mertha pool. If you have a chance, come out and at least see it. You may want to be interested in enrolling your child in the swim program. Okay, our first of two heats in the boys 200-yard intermediate. Derek De La Rosa occupies lane 4. Aaron Santiago of Lake Ridge, a senior, in lane 5. He has a short lead, does Santiago. The turn and the push off by the senior from Lake Ridge. Here's the backstroke. It's still Santiago.
Just barely.
De La Rosa in lane 4. And right now it is Wargo Thomas of Martin in lane 3. Wargo, a sophomore. De La Rosa and Santiago still 1-2. They hit that wall at a little under 125. .50 yards to go. There's De La Rosa. His final push off. Lane 4, Derek De La Rosa, sophomore from Mansfield. He'll finish first. Aaron Santiago of Lake Ridge will hit the wall in second place. And it looks like Dylan Bradley of Martin, a freshman, will finish in third. He will. He is in lane 6. Mansfield, Lake Ridge, and Martin, your 1, 2, 3 finishers in heat number 1. And there are the times. Awaiting the finish of Andrew Goff of North Crowley, a sophomore. He's in lane 2. And he is done. And in lane 8, Andres Renteria of North Crowley. That's Jerry Barton of North Crowley in lane 1. There's lane number 8. Renteria has finished, and we've completed heat 1 of the boys 200-yard intermediates. Our swimmers in heat 2, Lake Ridge, Martin, Arlington High, and Mansfield, the schools. Sean Mosini of Lake Ridge turning in the best qualifying time. And again, these times will be a little bit quicker than those swimmers in heat 1. After this, we'll break and we'll swing back to the girls' side. for the 50 freestyle. Megan, I was going to talk to you about the push-off platforms, those boards.
The touch pads,
Yeah,
or
they're
the starting
elevated,
blocks.
elevated and a little easier than in years past to push off from.
Yes. They can adjust the starting blocks to whatever angle they want, however tight or big. You can see they kick it. Got to make sure it's intact because they're adjustable.
I mean, you can go out 45 degrees to 90. Good push off by all 8. John Morsini of Lake Ridge in lane 4.
It's looking really strong.
Harrison Miller in lane 5, a junior from Arlington. Looking good, as is Matthew Gonzalez of Lake Ridge in lane 6. Morsini hitting it at under 42. The M&M boys, Morsini and Miller. Right now, 1-2. Derek De La Rosa winning heat 1. A sophomore from Mansfield. This is heat number 2. John Morsini of Lake Ridge. Still in front. The final 75 yards. And now the final 25 yards.
You can see Miller, he's trying. He's working real hard.
It'll be Lake Ridge, Miller in second, and lane number 2 in third, Alex Rowe of Mansfield. Morsini's time, his qualifying time at 1:52, 1:56.40. His official time. Miller in second. And finishing third in lane 2, Zane Bray. So it was Bray, or Alex Bro rather, in lane 3, finishing third. As we have completed both heats of the boys' 200-yard intermediate, the girls' 50-yard freestyle will take place next. And we should see some outstanding times. 3 heats.
The 50 free is quite a popular race for all of the swimmers. It's fun, it's fast.
One time up and one time back. Bowie, North Crowley, and Arlington, the 3 schools. In this first heat, you'll have 6 swimmers. Kaylee Lee of Arlington Bowie, a sophomore, turned in the best qualifying time. She'll be in lane 4. Nice time also turned in by Journey Carter of Arlington in lane 5. She's a senior. $50-yard freestyle. Kaylee Lee, sophomore from Bowie. The early lead. And the final 15 yards. It is Kaylee Lee 1 in lane 3. Natalie Barrios finishing second. She is a junior from North Crowley. Our first of 3 heats. And the 8 swimmers in our second heat. And again, the times tend to be a little quicker in each heat. We're going to see some times of under 26 in our third heat. Best qualifying time in the second heat, Kaylee Robania of Lake Ridge in just under 27 seconds. Again, those lanes tend to be the quicker ones. Lanes 4 and 5. It is Lake Ridge 1-2. Robania and Rachel Pham. 26:60, 27:11.
Looks like lane 1 from Martin came in third.
Yep. So Martin finishing third. And the 8 swimmers set here for heat number 3. Keep an eye on lane 5, Michelle Mayhew. She is the returning district champion in this event. She'll be in lane 5. A good time also turned in by Ryan Baruso of Lake Ridge in lane 4. Losuro and Mayhew, both juniors. Natalie Du, a freshman from Mansfield, also had a good qualifying time. Right now it's Bosuro in lane 4. Bosuro from Lake Ridge.
Half a body length in front of everyone else.
It is Bosuro and perhaps Natalie Doe over there in lane 7.
I think so.
Bosoro and Natalie, and then Michelle. So Lake Ridge, Mansfield, and Bowie finishing in 1, 2, 3 in the girls' 50-yard freestyle, our third and final heat. Next up, the boys' 50-yard freestyle. And we have, is that right, 4 heats?
4 heats.
4 heats.
Boys 50-yard freestyle, heat 1, Mr. Referee.
6 swimmers in our first heat. Lamar, North Crowley, and Arlington. Lane 2. Adrian Navarro of North Crowley, a junior, had the best time at 35:09. Jonathan Gunn of Lamar in lane 3. Right now it's Gunn and Navarro. It is Navarro in lane 4, then Gunn, and then Valencia in lane 5, finishing 1, 2, 3. Adrian Navarro, junior, in his time a little quicker than his qualifying time.
Thank you, gentlemen. Please exit the pool. Masks on. Grab your towel and head to the lobby.
The 50 freestyle, our second heat. 8 swimmers. North Crowley, San Houston, Arlington High, Martin, and Lamar. Our participating schools, Luke Walsh representing Arlington Lamar, a freshman.
Heat 2. Mr. Referee.
Swimmers discarding their towels, and we're just about set for heat 2. Owen Yacel of Arlington, a sophomore. He and Jacob Brooks of Martin had some quick qualifying times. One up and back, and the final push-off. It looks like Brooks in lane 5 has the lead. And it is Brooks is going to hit the wall first. It looked like Caleb Moran of Arlington in second. It was Moran in second. And then Arlington I also finishing in third. So a Martin Arlington 1, 2, 3 finish in the second heat. Here's heat 3 and the 8 swimmers. You have a freshman, a sophomore, and a senior. All classes represented in this third heat. All of these times, the qualifying times, Megan, not one swimmer had a time of over 25 or 26. They're all in the 25s.
They are, although if we look at heat 4, there's a couple 22s out there.
That'll be
That's
in heat.
quick.
But this is heat 3.
This is heat 3.
Again, not one had a time of over 26. So close. This should be an all-out sprint.
Don't think we'll know who wins this until the very end.
"25 yards to the bulkhead. And then the final 25. A little bit of hesitation. Didn't look like Wilson in lane 8 was ready. Now he is. Shamar Wilson of Bowie. Well,
Look at them go.
it's a dead heat. They all hit the wall at about the same time. It looks like
Lane 1,
Trinidad
lane 3,
Little,
and lane 5.
Lake Ford, and then Coltron. Trinidad Little of Martin, the sophomore, finishing first. Lake Ford and Coltron of Bowie in lane 5. Here's our fourth and final heat. Time of under 23. Turned in by Tanner Wirtz of Lake Ridge. Again, Lake Ridge and Mansfield with along with Martin, the three schools with the most swimmers. Event number 8. They're set, poised to go, and the push off. You can just pick one at this point. What do you think? Tanner Wirtz, lane 3?
It looks like lane 6 actually took it. Blake Bauman out of Lamar.
That would be Bauman, a senior. Well, you're right. Blake Bauman, a senior for Arlington Lamar, finishing first.
With 22 seconds, 97.
Tanner Wirtz in lane 3 of Lake Ridge.
Boy, that was quick.
No, that really was. You also had some pretty close times for the last 3 finishers also in under 24.
Martin for 103B, forward 1.5 seconds off height, 1.7. Judges score 36.55. Next up, Haley Clemens, Mansfield, 101B, forward dive pipe, 1.3. Judges score 26. Next up, Cassie Donaldson for Lake Ridge, 101B, forward dive pike, 1.3. Judges score 21.45. Next up, Shady Guadalupe from Arlington Martin, for the 101B forward dive pike, 1.3. Judges score 21.45. Next up, Natalie Harris of Mansfield, 101B forward dive pike, 1.3. Judges score 20.15. Next up, Elijah Donaldson from Lake Ridge, 101C forward dive tuck, 1.2. Judges score 18.0. Next up, Elijah Hilton, Mansfield, 101B, forward dive pike, 1.3. Judges score 26. Next up, Alexander Swan from Mansfield, 101C, forward dive tuck, 1.2. Judges score 8.4. That completes round one. Round two, first up, Lindsay Chavez, Arlington Martin, 104C, forward, 2 somersault tuck, 2.2. Judges score 87.15. Excuse me, 50.60. Next up, Haley Lovett, Mansfield, 103B, forward 1.5 somersault pike, 1.7. Judges score 23.80. Next up, Cassie Donaldson from Lake Ridge, 103C, forward 1.5 somersault tuck, 1.6. Judges score 28.8. Diver number 4, Shaylee Guadalupe, Mark 201B, back dive pipe, 1.6. Judges score 28.8. Diver number 5, Medley Mansfield, 103C, forward 1.5 somersault tuck, 1.6. Judges score 29.6. Diver number 6, Elijah Johnson, Link Bridge, 103C, forward 1.5 somersault tuck, 1.6. Judges score 22.4. Diver number 7, Elijah Hilton, Mansfield, 103B, forward 1.5 somersault pike, 1.7. Judges score 22.95. Driver number 8, Representative Swan, 103C, forward 1.5 somersault tuck, 1.6. Judges score 20.80. That completes round 2. First up, round 3, diver number 1, Lindsay Chavez, 201B, back dive pike, 1.6. For 28.0. Diver number 2, Haley Clements, Mansfield, 201C, back dive tuck, 1.5. Judges score 27.75. Diver number 3, Cassie Donaldson, 201B, back dive pipe, 1.6. Judges score 18.4. Diver number 4, Shaylee Guadalupe, Judges score 32.0. Diver number 5, Medley Harris, Mansfield, 201B, back dive pipe, 1.6. Judges score 26.4. Diver number 6, Elijah Donaldson from Lake Ridge, 201C, back dive tuck, 1.5. Judges score 24.0. Diver number 7, Isaiah Hilton, 201B, back dive pipe, 1.6. Judges score 26.4. Diver number 8, Alexander Swan, 201C, back dive tuck, 1.5. Judges score 19.5 at the end of round 3. First diver up on round 4, Lindsay Chavez from Arlington 203C, back 1.5 somersault tuck, 2.0. Judges score 27.0. Diver number 2, Haley Clements, Mansfield, 203C, at 1.5 somersault tuck, 2.0. Judges score 32.0. Next up, diver number 3, Cassie Donaldson, Lake Ridge 203C, back 1.5 somersault tuck, 2.0. Judges score 30.0. Next up, diver number 4, Shady Guadalupe Martin, 401B, inward dive pipe, 1.5. Judges score 33.0. Diver number 5, Medley Harris, Mansfield, 202C, back 1 somersault tuck, 1.5. Judges score 25.5. Driver number 6, Elijah Donaldson, Lake Ridge, 202C, back somersault top for 1.5. Judges score 24.0. Diver number 7, Isaiah Hilton, Mansfield, 203C, back 1.5, somersault tuck 2.0. Judges score 31.0. Diver number 8, Bender Swan, 202C, back somersault tuck 1.5. That completes what a diver score 22.5 and completes round 4. Round 5, first up, Lindsay Chavez, Arlington Martin, the 51-24D, forward, 1 somersault, 2 twister free, 2.3. Judges score 39.1. Diver number 2, Haley Clemens, Mansfield, with a 52-23D, back 1 somersault, 1.5 twist, free, 2.3. Judges score 44.85. Diver number 3, Cassie Donaldson, Lake Ridge, 51-21D, forward, 1 somersault, half twist, free, 1.7. Judges score 22.1. Diver number 4, Shady Guadalupe, Martin, 52-21D, back 1 somersault, half twist, free, 1.7. Judges score 28.05. Diver number 5, Natalie Mansfield, 52-23D, back 1 somersault, 1.5 twist free, 2.3. Judges score 28.75. Diver number 6, Elijah Donaldson, Lake Ridge, 5121D, forward, 1 somersault, half twist free, 1.7. Judges score 17.0. Driver number 7, Isaiah Hilton, 5122D, forward, 1 somersault, 1 twist, free, 1.9. Judges score 34.2. Next up, item number 8, Xander Swan, Mansfield, 5122D, forward, 1 somersault, 1 twist, free, 1.9. Judges score 18.05. That completes round 5. First for round 6, Lindsay Chavez, Arlington Martin, 301B, reverse dive pike, 1.7. Judges score 34.0. Next up, dive number 2, Haley Clemens, Mansfield, 301C, reverse dive pipe, tuck to reverse dive tuck, 1.6. Judges score 24.0. Next up, diver number 3, Cassie Donaldson, Lake Ridge, 301C, reverse dive tuck, 1.6. Judges score 18.40. Diver number 4, Shady Guadalupe, Martin, 103C, forward, 1.5 somersault top, 1.6. Judges score 32.0. Next up, diver number 5, Anthony Harris, Mansfield, 301B, reverse dive pipe, 1.7. Judges score 29.75. Diver number 6, Elijah Donaldson, Lake Ridge, 301C, reverse dive tuck, 1.6. Judges score 10.40. Diver number 7, Isaiah Hilton, Mansfield, 401B, inward dive pipe, 1.5. Judges score 29.25. Diver number 8, Xander Swan, Mansfield, 301C, reverse dive tuck for 1.6. Judges score 25.6. That completes round 6. First up, round 7, Lindsay Chavez, 302C, reverse somersault tuck, 1.6. Judges score 29.6. Diver number 2, Haley Clements, Mansfield, 302C, reverse somersault tuck, 1.6. Judges score 28.8. Next up, diver number 3, Cassie Donaldson, Lake Bridge, 302C, reverse somersault tuck, 1.6. Judges score 25.6. Next up, diver number 4, Shady Guadalupe, mark 1.4C. Forward, 2 somersault tuck, 2.2. Judges score 40.70. Next up, diver number 5, Medley Harris, Mansfield, 302C, reverse somersault tuck, 1.6. Judges score 28.0. Diver number 6, Elijah Donaldson, Lake Ridge, 302C, reverse somersault tuck, 1.6. Judges score 17.6. Diver number 7, Isaiah Hilton, Mansfield, 403C, inward 1.5 somersault tuck, 2.2. Judges score 35.2. Diver number 8, Xander Swan, Mansfield, 302C, reverse somersault tuck, 1.6. round 8. First diver up, diver number 1, Lindsay Chavez. Arlington Martin, 401B, inward dive Mike, 1.6. Judges score 30.75. Next up, diver number 2, Haley Clemens, Mansfield, 401B, inward dive Mike, 1.5. Judges score 27.0. Diver number 3, Cassie Donaldson, Lake Ridge, 401C, inward dive tuck, 1.4. Judges score 25.2. Diver number 4, Shady Guadalupe, Martin, 202C, back somersault tuck, 1.5. Judges score 26.25. Diver number 5, Medley Harris, Mansfield, 401B, inward dive Mike, 1.5. Judges score 28.5. Diver number 6, Elijah Donaldson, Lake Ridge, 401C, inward dive tuck, 1.4. Judges score 24.5. Diver number 7, Isaiah Hilton, Mansfield, 301B, reverse dive Mike, 1.7. Judges score 25.5. Diver number 8, Xander Swan, Mansfield, 401C, inward dive tuck, 1.4. Judges score 21.7. That completes round 8. First up, round 9, Lindsay Chavez, Arlington Martin, 403C, inward 1.5 somersault tuck, 2.2. Next up, Haley Clemens, Mansfield, 402C, inward somersault tuck, 1.6. Judges score 31.2. Next up, Cassie Donaldson, Lake Ridge, 402C, inward somersault tuck, 1.6. Judges score 22.4. Next up, Shady Guadalupe Martin, 302C, reverse somersault tuck, 1.6. Judges scores 29.6. Next up, Natalie Harris Mansfield with 402C, inward somersault tuck, 1.6. Judges score 31.2. Diver number 6, Elijah Donaldson, Lake Ridge, 402C, inward somersault tuck, 1.6. Judges score 24.8. Next up, Isaiah Hilton Mansfield, 302C, reverse somersault tuck, 1.6. Judges score 26.4. Diver number 8, Xander Swan, Mansfield, 402C, inward somersault tuck, 1.6. Judges score 21.6. That completes round 9. First diver up, round 10, Lindsay Chavez, Martin from 5121D, back somersault, half twist, free, 1.7. Judges score 34.85. Diver number 2, Haley Clemens, Mansfield, 403C, inward, 1.5 somersault tuck, 2.2. Judges score 35.2. Next up, diver number 3, Jesse Robinson, Lake Ridge, 403C, inward 1.5 somersault tuck, 2.2. Judges score 27.5. Diver number 4, Shady Guadalupe, Martin, 402C, inward somersault tuck, 1.6. Judges score 27.2. Next up, diver number 5, Medley Harris Mansfield, 5221D, back somersault half twist, 3. Judges score 28.05. Diver number 6, Elijah Donaldson, Lake Ridge, 5221D, back somersault, half twist, 3, 1.7. Number 7, Isaiah Hilton Mansfield, 5132D, forward 1.5 somersault twist, 2.2. Judges score 30.80. Diver number 8, Andrew Swan, Mansfield, 102C, forward somersault tuck, 1.4. Judges score 21.0. That completes round 10. First up in round 11, Lindsay Chavez, Martin, 5223D, back somersault, 1.5 twist, 3, 2.3. Judges score 42.55. Next up, Haley Clemens Mansfield with 5221D, back somersault, half twist, 3, 1.7. Judges score 32.3. Next up, driver number 3, Cassie Donaldson, Lake Ridge with a 51.22B. Forward, somersault, 1 twist, 3, 1.9. Judges score 28.5. Diver number 4, Shaylee Guadalupe Martin with a 51.22B. Forward, somersault, 1 twist, 3, 1.9. Judges score 34.2. Next up, diver number 5, Medley Harris from Mansfield, 51.22B. Forward, somersault, 1 twist, 3, 1.9. Judges scores 21.85. Diver number 6, Elijah Donaldson from Lake Ridge with a 102C. Forward, somersault tuck, 1.4. Judges scored 21.7. Next up, diver number 7, Isaiah Hilton Mansfield with a 105C. Forward, 2.5 somersault tuck, 2.4. His score 30.0. Diver number 8, Xander Swan from Mansfield with a 51.21D. Forward, somersault, 1/2 twist, 3, 1.7. Thank you, divers and judges. That concludes our competition today.
Here are the results in the mixed 1 meter finals in diving. Lindsay Chavez of Arlington Martin finishes first. Shaylee Guadalupe, also of Arlington Martin, finishes second. And Haley Clements of Mansfield finishing third. In the mixed 1 meter finals in diving in the boys division, Isaiah Hilton of Mansfield finishes first. Alexander Swan of Mansfield is your second place finisher. And a freshman, Elijah Donaldson of Mansfield Lake Ridge, finishes third. The girls' 100-yard butterfly, our next event, will be 2 heats. Only 4 swimmers in this first heat, representing Martin and Lake Ridge. And the best qualifying time was turned in by Winnie DeGay of Lake Ridge in lane 4. Two heats in this butterfly. Sophomore from Lake Ridge and a junior from Martin right now, 1-2, Ruth Hong from Martin in lane 5. Still Lake Ridge and Martin. And the final 25 yards in this 100-yard butterfly. It's going to be Lake Ridge, Martin, and Martin. Sophomore, junior, and junior. And awaiting the finish of Jesse White. 1, 2, and 3, Lake Ridge, Martin, and Martin. We must qualify the district in swimming. It's District 4 6A. Now, all the Arlington schools are housed in District 8 6A. Mansfield and Lake Ridge are housed in District 11 6A, but for swimming, it is recognized as District 4 6A. Girls 100-yard butterfly, the second heat. All 8 lanes will be filled. Katie Walker of Mansfield, a sophomore, has the best qualifying time. Walker has already been a member of a winning team.
Heat 2.
That was the girls' 200-yard medley to begin our district meet. Ava Topolewski in lane 5, also with a good qualifying time. And maybe a little early was Mansfield in lane 1. Representing the Lady Tigers. What's the ruling here, Megan?
Well, it looks like the official's talking to her right now. He'll decide if she can continue to race or not. It looks like they're holding her out for her false start.
So the girls' 100-yard butterfly, the second heat, underway. Katie Walker, sophomore from Mansfield, with an early lead. She's in lane 4. Walker and Topolewski. Katie Walker from Mansfield, your district champion. And they're going to look like Holcomb.
Yes.
In lane 3, Lake Ridge finishing second. And Topolewski in lane 5, finishing in third.
Thank you, ladies. Please exit the pool, put your mask on, grab your towel.
All right, top 3 finishers in heat number 2. The boys 100-yard butterfly will feature just 3 in heat 1. North Crowley Martin, the 2 swimmers. Trinidad Little turned in the best qualifying time, sophomore.
Event 12, boys 100-yard butterfly, heat 1, Mr. Referee.
59, girl.
Our first heat in the boys 100-yard butterfly. Trent, Little, and Tron, the three swimmers. Well, actually just two, Megan.
Yeah, it looks like
Had a
Trin
dropout.
must have been a scratch.
North Crowley, a scratch. Trinidad Little, sophomore from Martin. It'll be pretty easy to identify who finishes 1-2. Either Little or Tron. At a qualifying time of exactly 1:09 did Trinidad Little. And the final push-off. Sophomore from Arlington Martin will finish first. Remy Tron of North Crowley negotiating his final 15 yards. First of two heats. And Little, your district champion. We'll go from 2 to 8 swimmers in our second heat. Keep an eye on lane 2, Lincoln Kopetsky, team record holder in this event, a 4-year swimmer. He's a team captain representing the Sam Houston Texans. Samuel Goins of Lake Ridge turned in a qualifying time of under 55 seconds. Malachi Farrell of Mansfield in lane 5 had the second best qualifying time. 100-yard butterfly. 4 times. And there's a first of 4. It is Samuel Goins of Lake Ridge. Goins and Farrell right now 1-2. The final 25. Samuel Goins will finish first. Malachi Farrell will hit the wall in second place. And then a close finish for third as we get the final results. There they are. Goins, Farrell, and Mosuro. He's a sophomore from Lake Ridge.
Thank you, gentlemen. Please exit the pool.
Next up, the girls 100-yard freestyle. 3 different heats. 6 swimmers, or 5. In heat number 1, Bowie and North Crowley are 2 schools. Dominique Flavia of North Crowley, a sophomore In heat number 1, they had a qualifying time of under 1:23. This event marks the halfway point of all the events. The diving event was held earlier in the week. Mixed 1 meter diving finals. Suzanne Dangelmeyer is the aquatics coordinator here at the AISD Natatorium, the program director. A name synonymous, Megan, in swimming. She and her husband in this city. All right, heat number 1 of the girls' 100-yard freestyle. Dominique Govia in lane 4. It figures to be she and perhaps Natalie Barrios in lane 5. A close finish. Right now, Kaylee Lee of Bowie in lane 2, swimming strong. Yeah, she pushed off first. Lee, the sophomore from Bowie. Kayleen Lee. Lee and Govia right now. And the final 25 yards. Govia in lane 4. With a strong push off, she'll finish first. It'll be Arlington Bowie second in lane 2. And right now, it's either Cano or Barrios to finish third. Cano in lane 3, Barrios in lane 5. The final 5 yards. Boy, they almost hit it simultaneously.
1/10 of a second difference between their times.
Barrios able to get there first from North Crowley. So North Crowley and Arlington Bowie finish 1, 2, and 3. That's the first heat. The second heat of the girls' 100-yard freestyle. Martin with 3 swimmers.
Heat 2.
The final 2 heats will feature all 8 swimmers.
Go! Come on, Okoye! Yes. Okay, go.
All juniors and seniors in this second heat. Kendall Waldo hit the wall first. She's in lane 5. She's out of Mansfield, a senior. It's Mansfield and Martin right now, 1 and 2. Kendall Waldo. And 25 yards left. Kendall Waldo, your district champion. Martin will finish second. And it looked like Parkhurst. Parkhurst in lane 6, finishing 3rd.
Thank you, ladies. Please exit pool.
Kendall Waldo in under a minute.
Head to the lobby.
Okoye actually finishing 3rd out of Lake Ridge in lane 2. Brittany Okoye, a junior at Lake Ridge. And heat 3, and the participants. And Megan, all these times could possibly be under a minute for every one of them.
Oh, definitely. You know, they've been training all year for this race. They're definitely going to do their best times.
Ryan Bosoro in lane 4 out of Lake Ridge had the best time at under 52 seconds. Bosoro and Sarah Stewart of Mansfield. She also had a good qualifying time. 3rd and final heat. Bosoro and Stewart right now 1-2. Ryan Bosoro, a junior, and her final push-off. It is a Bosoro-Stewart 1-2 finish. And in 3rd, I couldn't tell. Megan?
Looks like the board says Tomlinson out of Lake Ridge.
She was in lane 3. Anna Tomlinson of Lake Ridge, a freshman.
By less than half of a tenth of a second.
Excellent time by Ryan Bosoro, your district champion, junior from Mansfield, Lake Ridge. In the girls' 100-yard freestyle.
You can see him walking off. That took everything out of him.
That may be the hardest event.
It's so fast. Everybody went under a minute.
Only 3 swimmers in heat number 1 of the boys' same event coming up. North Crowley and Bowie are 3 swimmers.
Event 14, boys 100 yards.
Well, we may have had a scratch also,
Mr. Referee.
just 2.
Just 2.
That would be Timothy Pham and Josiah Thomas Bradley. 2 freshmen going at it. Or Navarro and Pham, rather. Adrian Navarro in lane 3 and Timothy Pham in lane 4. So Thomas Bradley is a scratch. A freshman and a junior swimming against each other here. Timothy Pham, the freshman, has the lead.
Yeah, you can really see how important it is to flip turn during a freestyle event rather than touch and turn.
Yeah, some are just a little bit slower. And the final turn.
See, every second counts.
Timothy Pham, a freshman, representing the Volunteers of Bowie. And Timothy Pham gets there first. Had a qualifying time of 1:18. And the Volunteers with a district champion. That's the first of 4 heats. Here are the swimmers in the second heat. Had a time of just under a minute 2, turned in by Wilson of Bowie. This is event 14 on this year's district swimming program. Shamar Wilson in lane 4 gets there first. He's a senior from Arlington Bowie. Leonard Jackson from San Houston, a sophomore, right now in second. "100-yard freestyle and a final 25 yards coming up. Shamar Wilson, sizable lead. Wilson in under a minute. Lane 3, Renteria will finish second. He's out of North Crowley, a junior. And I couldn't tell, Megan, if it was lane 5. It looked like Jackson may have finished third.
I think Jackson did finish third.
Leonard Jackson from Arlington, San Houston. And the times.
Please make sure you put your mask on, grab your towel, head to the lobby.
That's heat 2.
Gentlemen, please put your mask on, head to the lobby, grab your towel.
Heat 3. And your 8 swimmers. Timothy Mayhew of Bowie, a freshman. Had a qualifying time of under 56 seconds. Heat 3 of 4 here in the 100-yard freestyle. Lanes 4 and lane 5. Carol Hong, according to the qualifying times, your top 2 finishers. Lane 5, that's Hong first right now. He and Mayhew. Carol Hong, sophomore from Martin. Hong and Mayhew. Also Brennan Frick in the mix. Mayhew trying to get there first. And he does. Either Hong or Frick finishing second, so close. Mayhew, the freshman,
Please exit the pool.
able to pull it out.
Hold on, grab your towel, head to the locker.
Matthew, Hong, and Frick finishing 1, 2, 3. Our fourth heat in the boys 100-yard freestyle. They see a time of under 50 seconds in this one. Tanner Works of Lake Ridge did turn in a time of under 50 in qualifying.
Heat 4, Mr. Referee.
So here we go, our fourth and final heat of the boys 100-yard freestyle. Tanner Works, a senior from Lake Ridge, in lane 4. Ryan Keller of Mansfield, a junior, in lane 5. Also have Mitchell Mead, sophomore from Arlington, in lane 3. Keep an eye on him.
It's anybody's race right now.
Got about 4 of them shoulder to shoulder. Mitchell Mead of Arlington, right there. Tanner Works in lane 4. It's going to be Mead of Arlington, sophomore, finishing first. Held nothing back the final 25 yards. Mitchell Mead in under 50 seconds. In lane 6, Blake Ballman, also in under 50 seconds. And then in lane 5, your third place finisher, Ryan Keller. Next up in our district meet is the girls' 500-yard freestyle. There'll be 2 heats. Martin, Lake Ridge, Mansfield, and Bowie. Your schools represented. Recognizing some of the district champions in our previous heats. Mitchell Mead of Arlington High winning the boys 100-yard freestyle. The district champion of the girls 100-yard freestyle, Ryan Basuro of Lake Ridge. Samuel Goins of Lake Ridge winning the boys 100-yard butterfly. As we continue on, well, Megan, this event may be the hardest to train for and the hardest to participate when you get to the finals. In track terms, there are sprints and marathons. Well, this is a marathon. The 500-yard freestyle, and the best qualifying time so far has been an even 6 minutes. Lindsay Carney, a freshman from Mansfield.
Yeah, this race is not for the faint of heart.
By my estimation, this would be 20 times, 20 touches, 500-yard freestyle. If they appear a little slow, well, give them a break. I mean, you've only got about 300 yards to go.
This is one of the few races that has someone at the other end of the pool counting your laps for you.
Well, you need that countdown.
Yes, you do. In fact, it's the only race here that we're swimming today that has a lap counter in it.
When you get to about the 4-minute mark, you think there's nothing left, but there really is. And I don't know how you train for this. I mean, this can't be an everyday event.
No, it's not. It's definitely lots of effort mentally. It's a long race.
I could see how you would get lost. Well, is this the 8th touch or the 13th touch?
Yes.
How many do I have left? I could easily see how that really taxes you. This is heat 1 of 2. We'll have the boys to follow. Right now it appears that Lake Ridge and Bowie are 1-2. Riley Scheibner, a 4-year swimmer at Bowie. Riley Scheibner. And right now, Megan, you kind of, well, who hasn't finished that lane lap yet, and how far behind are you? Winnie of Lake Ridge, Ganku in first place, lane 3. Winnie Ganku, sophomore at Bowie. That means number of laps left, 11. Some have 12. Some have 13. The lap counters are standing on the bulkhead. They drop them down eye level with the swimmers as they make the turn.
And then they have to jump back really quick so they don't get splashed.
Exactly. Winnie Ganku of Lake Ridge. Right now in first place. That's how it looks so far.
So you can see the official ringing the bell. That's the last lap bell.
So here we go. We can see if we will have a time of around 6 minutes. Lane 3, Winnie Gonku. And she will hit the wall first. Lindsay Carney in lane 4 will finish second. And in lane 5, Riley Scheibner of Arlington Bowie will finish third. 6:02:12. 5:54. The 5:54, just under 6 minutes, the winning time. Lake Ridge, Mansfield, and Bowie. Your 1, 2, 3 finishers. Cora Hardaway of Martin just completing her final touch, sophomore. Angelica Lee has finished over in lane 6. And Martins Powell about ready to wind it up. So that is heat 1 of 2.
Please put your mask on, grab your towels, exit to the lobby.
Girls 500-yard freestyle. There'll be 8 swimmers in heat number 2. And there they are, representing Martin, Mansfield, Lake Ridge, and Lamar. Holly Molino, senior swimmer, representing Lamar High. We had a time of just under 5 minutes in qualifying. Ava Topolevsky of Lake Ridge qualified in under 5 minutes. They call her Topo. Topolewski, a junior. So the girls' 500-yard freestyle is underway, the second heat. Elise Cliff of Mansfield with a very short lead. Elise Cliff is a freshman. Topolewski is a junior. She's in lane 4. In this event, Megan, I would imagine that the final push-offs are maybe the hardest to execute. I mean, you've really overworked your arms and shoulders, and a push-off, the legs tend to get a little rubbery.
Yeah. It's definitely a hard race.
Every part of the body used in this grueling 500-yard event.
Now it looks like their splits are getting a little bit slower than they started out with. The first split was 27. They're now around 29:30. You can see we've got a little bit more of a lead between our first two and our third swimmer.
Anya Dangelmeyer of Martin, a sophomore in lane 2. Well, it's still Elise Clift and Ava Topolewski. 1-2 in lanes 3 and 4. See that swimming cap of Mansfield in lane 3.
It looks like Elise Clift has pulled ahead just a little bit in front of Ava.
A little over 4 minutes has eclipsed.
Just a few more laps to go.
Elise Clift still holding off all the others in lane 3. And here is the final lap. The freshman from Mansfield gonna finish first. It'll be under 5, 4:54.41. Elise Clift, your district champion. Ava Topolewski in second. Also under 5 minutes. Emma Westerholm of Lake Ridge finishing third. Emma, a senior at Lake Ridge. So a Mansfield Lake Ridge 1-2-3 finish. She qualified at 4:59. She finished at 4:54. 5 seconds quicker for Elise Clift. Only a freshman. Piper Scomo of Martin finishing up. And over on the far wall, Holly Molina of Lamar. Clift, Topolewski, and Westerholm. 1-2-3. The boys 500-yard freestyle coming up next. North Crowley Martin, their two schools. Dylan Bradley, a freshman from Martin, turned in the best qualifying time. and the 3 swimmers in heat 1 are off. There'll be 2 heats. We'll have a couple of relay events after this. As they say, sit back and enjoy. Got about 6 minutes left. Megan, what has been the feedback on the Mertha pools, the materials used based on the needs of the population? I mean, I can't imagine one bigger than this one.
There are pools bigger than this one. I have seen them, but the kids love it.
This company has built pools for Olympic venues, university venues, and of course the school district venues. The Natatorium in Mansfield is the other venue that's the closest, I suppose. He swam at Lamar and had to use Mansfield because it was the only one.
And we're very fortunate to have another pool in the area. Mansfield's nice, but there's no place like home.
No, this is first class all the way. I can't imagine a better venue. Arlington with a strong history of swimming down through the years. Martin, their first coach, John Ivanen, I mean, he led Martin to over 50 district championships between the girls and the boys. Ivanen, one of the charter heroes of swimming in the city. Coach Weideman now leading the Martin program. He was a swimmer at SMU and also coached for USA Swimming Clubs in North Texas. But on the collegiate level at one time, UTA and SMU had the 2 best swimming programs in the state. University of Texas dominated swimming and to some extent still does. But there was a time when Mark Spitz came to UTA and swam against Doug Russell, who would win a gold medal in the Olympics. But now you have a chance for these swimmers with this facility to reach for the best programs in the country. Jerry Barton and Nathan Romero, along with Dylan Bradley, the 3 swimmers. Bradley turned in a time of just under 6 minutes and 46 seconds earlier in the week. Nathan Romero in lane 5. If the qualifying times match what they have here, a little under 2 minutes to go in the 500-yard freestyle. Jerry Barton, Dylan Bradley, and Nathan Romero. 2 freshmen and a junior. Judge or the official getting ready at the other end to ring the bell. Right there, right between lanes 4 and 5. For the swimmers, I imagine they can't hear it soon enough.
Yeah, it looks like it's the last lap for lane 4 for Dylan Bradley. Just about the last lap.
And there's the ring of the bell by the official. And the final 25 yards coming up. Dylan Bradley, freshman from Arlington Martin.
Looks like
And he hits it first. Bradley, Romero, and Barton. If they hold up. Well, his time at 6:37 and 54 hundredths.
about 8 seconds faster than his.
I was going to say 8 to 10 seconds quicker. Well, it will be Romero. North Crowley. How do you have anything left? How do you not hit the rope also?
Well,
Man.
there's a line on the bottom of the pool for you to follow.
And the touch by Jerry Barton of North Crowley.
Please exit the pool. Please put your mask on, grab your towel.
Bradley, Romero, and Martin. Barton, 1, 2, 3. In heat number 1. How do you even get up after you finished?
It takes a second.
Yeah.
It really does.
Martin now waiting. Man, I don't care. That's a heck of a finish just to finish third.
What if I told you, John, that sometimes they swim a mile?
Well, that's 5,000 yards. That's over 5,000 yards. Yeah. I would say more power to them. And
Heat 2, Mr. Referee.
have at it. Our second heat with 8 swimmers representing Lake Ridge, Lamar, and Mansfield. So to swim a mile, you've already completed 500 yards.
You would need another 1,150 yards to swim a mile. So it's a 1,650.
I'm sorry, 17 to 5,000 feet in a mile, 17 in yards.
The mile is 1,650 yards.
What's a mile beyond friends, huh? From here to Walmart. Maybe a little beyond. We're just a stone's throw from AT&T Stadium, just to the south on West Division. The brand new Arlington Athletic Center, funded by that bomb project 6 years ago.
It'll be interesting to see the difference between lanes 4 and 5, as there is only 0.3 of a second difference between their seed times.
4:32, the best qualifying time, turned in by Lamar's Gibran Himsek. Hope we're pronouncing his name right, the senior from Lamar. Gibran Himsek.
You can see him there in the yellow cap.
Qualified at 4:32.07. Jacob the Langerheim of Mansfield also had a good qualifying time in the 4:32s. The Langerheim, a senior. We'll have the girls' 200-yard freestyle relay coming up next. This is the event number 16 on the district swim program. We'll recognize our diving champions a little later on. That was held earlier in the week. The mixed 1 meter finals in diving. That's at the far end of the pool, down to our right. Swimmers utilizing both of those pools to get ready for their relay events. Right now it's Lamar and Mansfield 1-1.
It's good to have a buddy in this race, somebody to pace off of, pass.
Lanes 4 and lane 5. Both seniors. Going to make this touch in around 4 minutes. Heat number 2.
Coming up on the last lap.
Winding down here. Here comes the bell lap. It's Mansfield and Lamar, 1 and 2.
You can see them picking it up. They're getting a little bit faster.
Lamar in lane 4, Mansfield in lane 5.
It looks like Lamar's trying to pull ahead. And he does. 4:37.10.
Lamar and Mansfield finishing 1-2. And it looked like Lakewood, Zachary Roberts finishing 3rd. It is Roberts finishing 3rd. Well, Megan, Viking fight never dies. Is that right?
That is correct.
As Lamar has himself a winner in the boys' 500-yard freestyle. Waiting for Lake Ridge to finish up here. And then we'll move on to the girls' 200-yard freestyle relay. And your final finishers here of the 8 swimmers. in heat number 2. Lamar, Mansfield, and Lake Ridge. So the girls ready to discard the towel and make their way to the platform here. 7 in the girls' 200-yard freestyle relay. Mansfield and their quartet had the best qualifying time. Just one heat. Likewise for the boys in the 200-yard freestyle. Lambert, Stewart, Dew, and Armfield, the 4 swimmers for Mansfield. Daly, Danglemeyer, Olarden, and Zaleski, the 4 for Arlington High. Maria Badilla, Penthron, and Mayhew for Bowie. Jung, Tomlinson, Robania, and Bain representing Lake Ridge. Singh, Martin, Danglemeyer, and Homestead for Martin. Robia, Smith, Gonzalez, and Rolander, the 4 swimmers for North Crowley. 1:41 flat was the qualifying time for the Mansfield Lady Tigers. Lake Ridge qualified at 1:44. So this should be pretty good, Megan. This should be a Mansfield hold-off if it goes according to form. So this is freestyle.
Yes. Girls 200 free relay.
No change at all in the strokes.
All out.
Now, it is Mansfield and Lake Ridge.
Yes. All out for a fast 50, and then on to the next one.
And Dew will give way to Stewart.
Looks like it's Mansfield, Lake Ridge, Martin right now.
Avery Armfield set to finish it up for Mansfield, and there she goes in lane 4. Armfield and Mansfield right at the wall. You had lane 7, Martin, or rather North Crowley, also tight. But it's Mansfield, Lake Ridge, and Martin. And there is North Crowley and Skylar Rolander finishing up. Mansfield, Lake Ridge, and Martin, your 1, 2, 3 finishers in the girls' 200-yard freestyle relay. Boys are up next. And Megan, looking at the qualifying times, there was only, I think, a 1/10 of a second separating Mansfield and Lake Ridge in their qualifying times of 1:30.
It's going to be quick.
This will be a little quicker, probably 8 to 9 seconds faster. North Crowley, Lamar, Martin, Mansfield, Lake Ridge, Arlington High, and Bowie. Your schools in this District 4 6A first ever swim meet at the Natatorium. How far advance is the schedule set, Megan, for maybe some collegiate events or some Division II events? Is that down the road?
I'm sure it is. I know we're hosting a club swim meet next month.
All right, boys 200-yard freestyle relay.
And they're up and they're off.
.130 flat. Mansfield qualified with that time.
It's going to be some quick 50s.
Lake Ridge in lane 5. That is a quick 50. Lake Ridge right now with a lead.
21.
Jaden Atkins now swimming. Zachary Roberts set to go for the Eagles. He's the third and he's off in the water. Lake Ridge and Mansfield right now 1-2. Tanner Wirtz will swim the anchor. Lake Ridge and the final 25 yards.
Martin and Mansfield just entered the final 25.
Martin in lane 3. Lake Ridge, Mansfield, Martin. A time of under 1:31. Lake Ridge at 1:30.96 as they capture first place. So there are your finishers in the 200-yard boys freestyle relay. And we are back for the girls' 100-yard backstroke. Just 3 entered in this event. Jordan Moore from North Crowley, Madison Freeman from Martin, and Haley Melendez from Arlington Bowie. A junior, a sophomore, and a freshman. Madison Freeman turned in the best time earlier at 1:38.28. She'll be in lane 4. There will be 3 heats in this 100-yard backstroke. The District 4 6A swimming meet. The finals here at the brand new AISD Natatorium. Basketball arena is just across the way, and the 2 concert halls are behind us. Just to the north, a couple of feet. There's a whistle, and we're just about set for the 100-yard backstroke. 4 times up and back. The bulkhead 25 yards out. Madison Freeman with the early lead in lane 4. Sophomore from Martin. This is the 19th event in the district meet program. 24 events in all. It'll culminate with a boys 400-yard freestyle relay. We began this morning with the girls' 200-yard medley relay. Mansfield won the first overall team event of the day. This event held on January 23rd. Madison Freeman touching the wall first, a time of 1:25.24. Kayla Melendez will finish second in lane 5. And awaiting the finish of Jordan E. Moore of North Crowley, a junior, in lane 3. A little over a minute 25 for Madison Freeman of Martin. And the first of 3 heats has been completed.
Thank you, ladies. Please exit the pool, put your mask on, grab your towel, and head to the lobby.
And your participants in heat number 2. Kajal Kappa of Mansfield had the best qualifying time. Chapa, a junior,
Heat 2.
as they get set. Yard backstroke. Heat number 2.
Team scores 318. Girls. In 4th place, Arlington Newing, 28 points. In 3rd place,
Mansfield in lane 4.
30 points.
Lake Ridge in lane 5.
Mansfield Lake Ridge at 130 points. In 1st place, Mansfield High at 138 points. Boys scores in 4th place, Arlington Lamar at 41 points. In 3rd place, Arlington Martin at 42 points. In 2nd place, Mansfield High.
Mansfield right now holding on to first place. Kajal Chopra. Mansfield, Lake Ridge, and going to be close for third, either lane 2 or 3. So close. It is lane 2. Martin finishing 3rd.
Thank you, ladies.
Lake Ridge, Mansfield, and Martin. In heat number 2, Vivian Koo of Martin finishing 3rd. And we'll have 8 swimmers for heat number 3, and there they are. Lane number 4. With the best qualifying time of just over a minute 1. We'll have 3 heats in the same event upcoming for the boys. Marina Homestead, junior from Martin. Set to go in lane 4. Avery Armfield had the second best time earlier in the week. Caitlin Jung of Lake Ridge had the third best time. Arlington Martin right now with a short lead. It's Martin and Lake Ridge right now, 1-2. Lake Ridge, and they hit it first. Lake Ridge, Martin, and Martin again, is that right, Megan?
Mansfield.
Mansfield High,
Martin.
beg your pardon, Mansfield in that spot.
That was close.
Armfield and Homestead really so close, just over a minute 3 to finish second and third.
Less than a tenth of a second between them.
4/10 of a second separating second and third. As Mansfield Lake Ridge able to finish first. So here are the 3 in the boys' 100-yard backstroke coming up. Another first place finish this afternoon for Lake Ridge. Martin and North Crowley are 2 schools here in heat number 1. Andrew Goff of North Crowley in lane 4, turning a time of just over 1:32, a minute 32 seconds earlier, and he's off. Right now it is Goff. Got a 2-yard lead. Sophomore from North Crowley. Paul Salazar from Martin in lane 4, or lane 3 rather, and then Tyreek Davis of North Crowley in lane 5. And Davis right now with a nice push off in first. Tyreek Davis, a freshman, in the lead. It's Davis, Goff, and Salazar. Tyreek Davis in a time of just under a minute 31. That's heat number 1. Here are the swimmers in heat number 2. Kennedy Trong of Arlington, Sam Houston, or Truong, had the best time earlier. He is a 3-year swimmer. Again, Matthew Kalig, the head coach at Sam Houston, in his first year.
Heat 2, Mr. Referee.
Kennedy Truongi. We saw Lincoln Kopetsky swim earlier for Sam Houston. One of the oldest swim teams in the district, Sam Houston. The first Texas High School State Championship swimmers in 1973. Truongi in lane 4. Luke Levitt of Mansfield in lane 3. He's a freshman. And the freshman has the lead for Mansfield. Luke Levitt. Michael Vitale in lane 5 right now in second. And the freshman from Mansfield, able to finish first, Michael Vitale. In second, Kennedy Truongi for Sam Houston, finishing third in the second heat of the boys' 100-yard backstroke. The finishers and their times in heat number 2. And getting ready for heat number 3. And Megan, we may see a time of 50 seconds flat because that's what the Lake Ridge swimmer qualified in earlier. This will be quick.
Yes, it will. Quite exciting.
Martin, Lake Ridge, Mansfield, and North Crowley, your schools here in the final heat. We'll have the girls' 100-yard backstroke or breaststroke to follow. This is event number 20. John Mosini of Lake Ridge in lane 4. Ryan Keller turned in a time of under 54 seconds. The official was all set with the start. A clean start. Osheni with a lead.
Quite a quick turn there.
And the final 25 yards right here. No one going to press the swimmer in lane 4. Ryan Keller right beside him, about to finish second. And then Lake Ridge will finish third. So it's Lake Ridge, Mansfield, and Lake Ridge the order of finish in the third and final heat.
Thank you, gentlemen. Please exit the pool, put your mask on, grab a towel, head to the foyer.
And the boys' 100-yard backstroke event has been completed. Time of just under 51 seconds for the junior swimmer out of Lake Ridge. And our 7 swimmers in the girls' 100-yard breaststroke. Kala Hinthorn of Arlington Bowie turned in a time of under 1:25 earlier. There'll be 2 heats in this event. The seating capacity for this natatorium is around 1,200. There you see the seats and all the swimmers occupying those seats today. No admittance for the general public. Hopefully that'll turn around.
And now, event 21.
Girls 100-yard backstroke. The breaststroke and a little early start, or is that right? They got a
That's
clean
correct.
start.
Yep. Looks like we got a scratch in lane 4.
Well, that's the Bowie swimmer. So she will not swim. Hinthorn. Camilla Rivas from Martin right now with the early lead, sophomore. Addison Clark of Martin also right there in the mix. Good push off by Rivas. In lane 5. And coming down to the final 25 yards, it is still Rivas in lane 5. Addison Clark swimming strong in lane 3. And it is a Rivas first place finish. Mia Daly of Arlington High finishing 3rd. Davis, a sophomore.
Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, ladies.
And your 1, 2, 3 finishers in the girls' 100-yard breaststroke.
And here is heat 2. Lake Ridge and Mansfield.
I thought that the team motto, Megan, that Coach Kayla has at Lake Ridge, he says, there's a t-shirt that says, swimming is the only sport in which the coach tells you and yells at you for breathing.
Very, very true. Don't breathe off the walls. Don't take too many breaths.
Right. But how can you not? Oh, man. The discipline. All right, second heat, girls 100-yard breaststroke. Gracie Walker, a sophomore at Mansfield, earlier turned in a time of under 1 minute 4 seconds. She'll be in lane 4.
All really close right now.
Yeah, they
all
are.
Looking good.
Walker and Sarah Bain of Lake Ridge, 1-2. Gracie Walker, the sophomore, still with a lead.
Yeah, about 1 body length. 1.5.
Yeah, close to it. Sarah Bain over in lane 6, looking good.
Mm-hmm.
So here's Walker.
Looks like it's lane 6 and lane 3 fighting for second.
Yeah, lane 3 is Cisneros from Mansfield.
Ooh,
Walker, Bain, and who do you have? Pretty close.
it was pretty close. Cisneros for third.
From Mansfield, let's see. That time is going to hold up just over Silva, or Rachel Pham, rather. Pretty close.
Very close.
So a Mansfield, Lake Ridge, and Mansfield 1-2-3 finish. Next up on the program, the boys 100-yard breaststroke, only 3 heats. Only 3 swimmers will go at it here in heat number 1. North Crowley, Lamar, the 2 schools. Aiden Goff, Jonathan Gunn, and Hector Lujan, the 3 swimmers in the breaststroke. 100 yards the distance. This is event number 22. We've got the relays to wind up the district meet in 20 minutes or so. Maybe not even that long.
Maybe, probably not. Well, we do have that awards break coming up, so maybe.
Awards break will follow heat 3 of this event. Heat number 1. .134, the time turned in earlier by Jonathan Gunn in lane 4.
Looking surprisingly quick for breaststroke.
Did you ever lose your goggles in an event?
All the time. All the time. More so when you're younger. As you get older, you figure it out a little bit better. What angle do I need to hold my arms at so my goggles don't come off of my face while I dive in? But every now and then.
No cannonballs?
No cannonballs.
Jonathan Gunn of Arlington Lamar, the sophomore, in first place. He and Hector Lujan. Well, now Lujan in lane 5 with a little bit, maybe an arm length of a lead. North Crowley and Lamar.
Anybody's race right now.
They touch simultaneously.
Although North Crowley could have pulled ahead on that turn.
Gunn had a good, Lujan had a good push off. He's the junior in lane 5. Here's Gunn in lane 4. Now Gunn looks over briefly at Lujan, and Gunn's going to hit the wall first. Jonathan Gunn of Lamar holding off Hector Lujan of North Crowley. Aiden Goff of North Crowley trying to finish up here in the final 25 yards. This is the first of 3 heats. And Aiden Goff able to finish it up here. Only 3 swimmers and an easy 1, 2, 3 finish to look at. And the swimmers across the way ready to walk and make the turn for heat number 2. 7 swimmers. Aaron Santiago of Lake Ridge turning in a time earlier of just under 1:16. He'll be in lane 4. Have we had a winner yet, Megan, either in lane 1 or lane 2?
I do believe in the boys 50 free.
Okay.
We had a lane 1 winner in heat 3 of the boys 50 free with Trinidad Little from Martin.
You know, you would just think a lane closer to the wall would be the quickest or the easiest to swim in, but that's not necessarily the case because you have no one to push you on the other side.
Yes. That makes a world of a difference, having someone to compete against.
Okay, heat number 2 of the boys 100-yard breaststroke. Santiago in lane 4 with a Lake Ridge Eagle blue cap or green cap. Their colors are green. North Crowley, they're blue. Martin in black.
Looks like Lake Ridge is holding first and second, but Arlington is fighting for third.
One Lake Ridge swimmer has the white cap, the other, Rafapa, has the green cap. Lane 3, Ethan Clark of Arlington High, he's a junior. Santiago and Rafapa. They finish 1, 2, and over in lane 6, Owen Nelson. It's like finishing third of Arlington High. Or Niesel. He's a sophomore.
Thank you, gentlemen. Please exit the pool, put your mask on.
That's heat number 2. And awaiting heat number 3. Harrison Miller. They're in lane 4 at a time of just over 1 minute flat. He'll be in lane 4. Alex Bro of Mansfield, just over a minute. turned in a good time. He'll be in lane 5. So here we go, the third and final heat of the boys' 100-yard breaststroke. It's Miller and Bro right now, 1-2. Harrison Miller, 50 yards to go. Zane Bray of Martin right now in second. It's Harrison Miller, Zane Bray in second, and Alex Bro in third. So a first place finish for the Colts, the junior.
Sub 1
Harrison
minute.
Miller. Yeah, just under a minute. Outstanding time. Our third and final heat. And we are back for our final two events, the girls' 400-yard freestyle relay. Mansfield turned in the best qualifying time. Katie Walker, Gracie Walker, Sarah Stewart, and Elise Cliff. They're in lane 4. Lake Ridge in lane 5, Arlington Bowie in lane 6. That time turned in at 3:32. And is pretty much holding the form. Mansfield with the early lead. Lake Ridge in lane 5. Right now in second place. Well, they should be very competitive all out, Megan, here to wrap up the meets.
Yeah, it's looking pretty tight between Mansfield and Lake Ridge right now.
A freshman and 3 sophomores, the quartet swimmers for Mansfield. Katie Walker swimming the first leg. Kaylee Holcomb swimming the first leg for Lake Ridge. And then it's Sarah Stewart and Ava Topoliski for those schools. Just one heat in both the girls and boys 400-yard freestyle relay. Still Mansfield and their competitor Lake Ridge. Both of those teams representing District 11 6A. Here it's the District 4 6A in swimming. Holding pretty close to their qualifying time.
And they're both on their last swimmer, neck and neck.
Elise Clift swimming the anchor for Mansfield. Ryan Bosoro swimming the anchor for Lake Ridge. And here they come. The final 75 yards. Excellent push off for both. Anybody's guess.
Lake Ridge and then Mansfield, according to the board. 0.2 of a second. That was close.
3:30 even, 3:30.22 for Mansfield High, as Lake Ridge able to hold off their competitor, Bosuro and Elise Clift. Arlington Martin finishing third in lane 3. And there are your top 3 finishers. See how close it was between Lake Ridge and Mansfield. And Martin finishing third as we get set to give way for the boys' 400-yard freestyle relay. This will be the final event of the district meet program. We started at just before 10 a.m. this morning. I want to thank all the masked marshals and everyone here at the brand new AISD Natatorium. It'll be Bowie, Arlington, Mansfield, Lake Ridge, Martin, and North Crowley to wind it up here. And there they are, the schools represented. 6 of the 8 lanes will be occupied. This time was turned in at 3:15 flat by Mansfield. All right, here come the boys as they make their way to the platform. A push-off pad, whatever you want to call it. What is it officially?
It's a starting block.
Okay. For us non-swimmers.
Boys 400 freestyle relay, heat 1, Mr. Referee.
So each team getting set to wrap it up here.
And then we'll do the individual team awards for these 2 relays, and then we'll do overall team awards. And then we'll be done. Pretty great day.
It really has been. Good times.
Fast swims.
It has been a home run. You hit it out of the park with this first district meet, no question. They'll be back. Final event, boys 400-yard freestyle relay. The Mansfield Tigers in lane 4. The Lake Ridge Eagles in lane 5. Third this time was turned in by Arlington Martin in lane 6. Jacob DeLangerheim starts it all off for Mansfield. Jaden Atkins, your lead swimmer for Lake Ridge. Now they both give way. Ryan Keller swims second for Mansfield. Zachary Roberts swims second for Lake Ridge. About a 10-yard lead for Mansfield right now. Lawrence Wang set to go. Matthew Gonzalez for Lake Ridge in the water. Jacob Lewis will swim anchor for the Tigers. He's up on the block, as is Sean Mosini for Lake Ridge. And Lawrence Wang about to touch the wall. And Jacob Lewis in the water. Good dive. Not much of a splash at all. And the Mansfield Tigers, their relay team, gonna finish first. What a lead they have, Megan. It would take a total collapse now for Mansfield not to finish in that top spot.
Stranger things have happened, but I think I might agree with you.
Final touch, good push off. And about 15 yards to go. It's Mansfield first, Lake Ridge second, and Arlington Martin
Has a
over
little
in lane
competition.
6. Well, Martin and Arlington High.
Martin just barely. Yeah.
Zane Bray just able to get ahead of Mitchell Mead, the anchor swimmer for the Arlington Colts, and Martin finishes third.
Just barely.
Great event to wrap it up. Mansfield, Lake Ridge, and Martin, your top three finishers in the boys' 400-yard freestyle relay. North Crowley along the way. Israel Sanchez will swim his final 10 yards. And that will do it. Final results of the boys' 400-yard freestyle relay. Well, this has been a rousing success. Congratulations to all the winners. Also, congratulations to the diving mixed 1 meter finalist that was held earlier in the week. Megan, this has been fun.
It's been very fun.
Well, a belated Happy New Year, everyone, for our entire crew. Thanks for watching our first live stream event for the AISD District 4 6A Swimming Championship.